Alrighty, hey guys, what is going on? My name is Infinite. Today we're going to be talking about some more World War II Call of Duty information. Now, all of this comes from the Sledgehammer Games Ask Me Anything Reddit day, where they said AMA, ask me anything about Call of Duty World War II, and we will answer those questions without giving away too many details. And here is what the summary of all of that is. So first up, one of the first things that was confirmed was supply drops. Now, the plan for supply drops is this and this only. Weapon variants and gear are to be cosmetic only. Maybe they'll have DLC weapons. There wasn't anything really said on that, but I hope it stays that way. I hope the weapon variants and the gear all stay cosmetic only, because that would be amazing. Like, I don't want to have to worry about someone else being able to outslay me in a gunfight because they have a better weapon that has better stats than mine does. Next up, they talked about rank play and game battles. So like Infinite Warfare does, they have this game battles beta thing that they have going on right from the public match menu. Rank play and game battles are important to their feature set, so that kind of leads me to believe that they will have something like this, whether it be rank play like League play in Black Ops 2, or something like the game battles beta that we had in Infinite Warfare, which I've heard is really, really cool, and it works really, really well. There will be more esports information coming later on this summer. Another thing that they talked about is Sledgehammer Games will be at Comic-Con, and I've also heard that they're going to be at the CWO Championships in August. Some zombie info, they didn't really talk very much about that. That's coming sooner than you may think, is what they said. So maybe we'll be seeing a zombies trailer before too long in the next couple weeks, maybe around the time of Comic-Con, maybe around the time of the CWL Championships, something like that. Another thing that is noted, the other consoles, PC and Nintendo, there will be no Nintendo Switch version of Call of Duty World War II like there was for Ghost for like the Wii U, and then there will be PC version details coming very soon, before too long. Next up is the fact that the team at Sledgehammer Games is dedicated to the MLG esports scene. So like they said beforehand, the rank play and game battle, so I assume they're going to really take note of all things that have been said about the esports and the Call of Duty gaming community, the competitive gaming community. Like they said earlier, they had a bunch of people out to go and help them with the rank play and things like that, and competing, and caster and codcaster and things like that. They had a bunch of casters, competitive players, things like that, out to Sledgehammer Games to test it out and give some feedback on their competitive game modes. So that I have good faith that this is going to work out for competitive. Moving on with War Headquarters and all of the multiplayer, it's the largest amount of content they've ever created for a multiplayer game at launch, so even bigger than the other two games that they have created. So the campaign is one player only, not co-op. That's kind of disappointing to me, because I was hoping that like maybe I could join up with one of my buddies and like he could be my squadron brother, and we could go in and play this campaign together, kind of like Black Ops 3 had that co-op multiplayer multiplayer campaign that was zombies oriented, zombies based, things like that. So your score streak progress will reset on death, but there is a basic training perk that will allow it to continue, but then the score streak will require additional points to earn in the match. So that's been done before. There was, when was it? There was a perk a long time ago that said that you could only earn your score streaks once, and I believe it was in Black Ops 3. You could only earn your score streaks once because your score would stack over time. So that's kind of interesting to see. I kind of guessed that they would have something like that in the game. Next up is the game server tick rate. Now, if you don't know what the tick rate is, it's the amount of times the game talks back to the server per second, and this is set at 60 hertz, which is pretty high, because that means it's going to talk back and forth between the server 60 times every second, which is that's absolutely crazy. That's within a minute, that's over 3,600 times that it's going to talk back and forth between the server. Also, the focus on this game is having historical gear and uniforms for characters at launch, and to have the multiplayer maps be featured in a variety of different locations, but they will be relevant to Call of Duty World War II. They will be relevant to that World War II era. So everything that we've talked about today, the weapon variants, the gear, the historical gear, the maps, everything seems to be trying to be just World War II based and nothing completely out of the ordinary, which makes me feel very comfortable in knowing all of that information. Drop a comment down below letting me know what it is you are most excited for about Call of Duty World War II. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. It helps me out a ton, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, let your life be infinite. I'll talk to you guys later.